Hi guys, I'm here to talk with you today about a couple of different shapes that are considered 3D solid figures. This is what we call a net for each shape, and as you can see I have a cube, I have a rectangular prism, I have a pyramid, there's also one for a cylinder there. So I just wanted to talk about the number of sides, the shape of the faces, and the vertices. This one has the sides labeled. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sides. The faces are all squares. And when we cut this shape out, we end up with something like this. When we fold it all together, these pieces right here are tabs that kind of just fold in. You can see that we end up with a shape that will have 4 vertices in the bottom, just like a dice does. Sometimes they're called points, but vertices and points are essentially the same thing. So here on this one, hopefully I got that straight there. And I fold here. And then you can assemble all of these with tape, just regular house tape, masking tape, whatever you've got around. You can see when I fold this up that I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I turn that over, another 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 8 vertices on this shape of a cube. All right, our next one, then we're going to do the same thing with. So we are going to look at the number of sides. This is a rectangular prism. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The faces on a rectangular prism are all rectangles. Occasionally you'll see a rectangular prism that has cubes on the end of it, and that is called a cuboid, but it's still a rectangular prism. It's just special because it has cubes on the end. Just like the cube, when you fold up the shape, I just made one here out of paper to show you can make it out of anything. I just counted the lines, so there's 4 lines here and 4 lines here. That'll be our top and our bottom. And then there's 6 here and 6 here. And when you fold this shape all together, give it a little piece of tape there to help it hold its shape. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you turn it over, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices on that shape as well. So 6 sides, all the faces are rectangles. There are 6 faces that are rectangles, and then we have our vertices. Our next shape that we have here is a pyramid. The sides are also numbered on this shape. You can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 faces that are triangles. And there's 1 face on the bottom here. That's our base of the triangle, and it is a square. The number of sides that it has will be determined when you take this shape and you fold it all up. You can pretty quickly see that each of those sides are a face there. So if we have 4 triangles and 1 square on the bottom, our sides will also be 5 there. And then vertices. Vertices are a little bit trickier just because there's an odd number, and most of our shapes so far have had an even, actually all of our shapes so far have had an even number of sides. So this particular pyramid, because it has that point at the top, that point is a vertice right there. And so we have 1 vertice here, and then when we turn it over, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides and 5 vertices on this shape, this pyramid. this is called a square pyramid because there's a square on the bottom. Sometimes you will see pyramids that have a triangle on the bottom, and they're called triangular pyramids. You can also have triangular prisms. It just means they have a triangle. Our last shape here is a cylinder, and the cylinder is kind of a tricky one because its sides are only this top and bottom. The faces are circles. This that looks like it would be a face or a side is not either. It's not a side or a face, and that is because it is curved. In order to be considered a side or a face, it can't have curvature. It needs to be a flat surface. So when I take this shape and I fold it all up here, you can see that it will have, ooh, mine didn't quite print here to have my sides there. Tape that there. You can see it has this face and this face, but this is all rounded. So that is a curved surface. It is not a face. And the shape also doesn't have any vertices. There are no corners on that shape. That is our 4 shapes that are solid figures that we can recreate. The only other one we have would be a sphere, but I can't really make that out of paper unless I were to just take one of these and try to crumple it up and make it somewhat ball shaped. You're better off using Play-Doh or cookie dough or some kind of clay or dirt that you've added a little bit of water to. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.